The Detroit Tigers have completed one of the more historic runs to make the playoffs in recent memory, and today we're going to rebuild them for 2025. After sitting 8 games under 500 on August 10th and selling at the deadline, the team went on a miraculous run to finish the year, ending 10 games over 500 and making it to the postseason, even upsetting the heavy favorite Astros in the wild card round. However, in this video, we're here to prove it's more than just a flash in the pan and that the Motor City Kitties are here to stay. Starting with the internal decisions the team needs to make, there is only one. The Tigers are currently being faced with the team option for $3.1 million for Casey Mize's services in 2025. For a team that has very few starters after Tariq Skubal, it would only make sense to bring back Mize for such a cheap price point. Over the course of Mize's career, he's been a 4.36 ERA type pitcher with a 4.6 FIP. However, in 2024, in his first season after Tommy John, he was able to get his home run rate down, and his FIP would imply should be much better than the traditional stats imply. Overall, he's too solid of a pitcher for the price point, and the Tigers will be retaining the righty. Starting on the internal side of things, Jackson Jobe is the highest rated prospect in the system, and one that will make a significant impact on the Tigers in 2025. We've already seen Jobe for a brief stint out of the bullpen in 2024, but make no mistake, he will be a key cog in the rotation come 2025. Jobe has aced every test the minor leagues have had for him, posting a 2.36 ERA across his 2024 season. Combine that performance with his plus stuff and plus control, Jobe is as exciting as the prospects in this world come. The next highest rated guy that will make the list is Tigers' 5th overall prospect and the 62nd overall prospect in baseball, Jace Jung, brother of Texas Rangers third baseman Josh Jung. Like his brother, Jace is an offensive first third baseman whose defense is a bit questionable. Whether Jace finishes as a second or third baseman can be a bit irrelevant when you consider his offensive ability. Aside from his tenure in the majors, he has yet to falter in that area. Jung should be an everyday player for the Tigers in 2025 from opening day, and hopefully he can find that same stroke in the majors. And the final prospect who can make an impact at the major league level is Hao Yu Lee, who might not have the name of the previous prospects, but certainly has shown some plus qualities in his minor league seasons. It'll be late in the season for the scenario in which Lee makes it to the major leagues because he never escaped AAA last season despite being an 851 OPS type hitter across 87 games. Lee is a cool story, being a prospect signed from Taiwan and has established himself as a player who is very disciplined with sneaky pop and smart speed. And unlike the rest of the top prospects the Tigers control, a lot of them are a few years away from the majors. And barring a major ascent, they'll be unlikely to make an impact for the major league roster. The Max Clarks, the Kevin McGongles, the Bryce Rainiers of the world are just too far away to help this major league squad. Turning to the MLB roster, this team is in need of a major league caliber shortstop. In most scenarios, I genuinely try to keep things realistic, but I couldn't let myself see Javier Baez on the major league squad anymore, despite the contract that's been given to him. I understand that's not the most realistic thing in the world. However, it's too proven at this point that Baez is more of a hindrance than a help. I'm not a huge believer in Trey Sweeney as a long term fix for the Tigers either, and I don't mind blocking his role in the majors. With that being said, the Tigers will grab Hassan Kim, who continues to be a plus offensive option and elite on the defensive end. While some of those power numbers might dip going to Comerica Park, that isn't what Kim is all about. This guy is a soft contact king whose game is incredibly valuable. Being as good as he is defensively while still being able to put up a decent bat would be incredibly welcome on any squad. However, fixing the offense isn't going to be what allows the Tigers to continue forward in 2025. While the Tigers' use of pitchers this season has been unorthodox to say the least, it'll be important for them to build out that rotation to take some stress off the bullpen. A great under the radar guy will be Michael Waka coming over from the Kansas City Royals. Waka has very quietly enjoyed a great 3 year run between the Royals, Padres, and Red Sox, posting a 3.3 ERA across the time frame in 76 starts. Waka is incredible at avoiding hard hit baseballs by using his changeup as a primary pitch to great success. A guy who can control hard contact in a ballpark that isn't that great for high run producing offenses is always a great recipe for success. And for the Tigers, that's going to do it for their additions. This is a team that has a lot of money committed to Javier Baez, who's playing a non factor in the rebuild of this team on the field, but it's important to keep that in mind when free agent spending. It's also important to allow a lot of these younger guys time to develop and time for some of them to reach the field in the first place. So, in the best interest of the team in 2025 and beyond, It's important not to block them. With that being said, Jake Rogers would fill out the catcher role with Spencer Torkelson, who would love to see actually put it all together in 2025, filling out the first base slot. Colt Keith would occupy second with Hassan Kim at short. Jace Jung would start the year at third base with Riley Green, Parker Meadows, and Matt Vierling filling out the three outfield spots, and Curry Carpenter at DH, who quietly had an excellent 2024. Dylan Dingler would fill the backup catcher role. Winsel Perez would be a fourth outfielder with Zach McKinstry and Andy Ibanez filling out the roster. The rotation would feature Terry Skubal at the top, with Michael Waka and Jackson Jobe in the middle, with Casey Mize and Reese Olson, who's been another one of these sneaky good kind of players. It's tough with the Tigers because there aren't very many moves to make on the surface level that make this team incrementally better without offloading a brink truck full of money or stopping the development of a top prospect. So it's important to take their wins where they can and let the players develop. And whatever you do, don't let the Tigers get hot.